All right, DadBot episode 16. You're seeing the tail end of the cardio I did on the stationary bike, just in the middle of the living room. TV's right in front of me. And you're seeing the time, and then you'll see the distance I cover, the estimate that this machine gives me, and then the estimate per calories. And what cardio does, basically, it gives me another day or two's worth of a deficit in a week. So just helps, gives me a little more calories I can eat. So why not add in some easy cardio a couple times every 8 days? So that goes on my off day from weight training. So every fourth day, I'll do between 20 and 30 minutes on the bike. And then back into deadlifting here. And this is a pretty easy day, but this is higher volume than I have been doing for deadlifts. And this felt good. Lower back felt really good, which is rare. So that's a positive on this particular day. And it has taken me a little bit longer to get this commentary recorded, just around the holiday festivities. So I apologize for the delay if there are any of you out there who are hoping this would go up. I don't know that that's the case, but still, I would like to get these out on a somewhat regular basis. This one was just delayed a few days because of the holiday. Episode 17 should be up within a day or two of this one, so we'll be back on schedule. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a good Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah, I hope you've enjoyed day one and are into day two festivities now. And if you don't celebrate anything around this time of the year, then I hope you're having a good Thursday or Friday whenever you're watching this. But back to the training. Deadlift's going smoothly. Bar speed's pretty consistent all the way through, so I'm nowhere near failure here, but this is almost like an intro week into the new training block. And again, I will get the full video of my current training split posted as soon as I can. Just got to find the time. Not going to have as much time off as I had hoped this week, but still should have enough to get that done. And the main thing that I'll go over, obviously the split itself, but also that I'm kind of in different places with bench press, deadlift, and squat. So the progression on all three of those exercises is probably a little difficult to follow in these videos, so that video should help with that. And I have the program in Google Sheets. That's what I use for most things, and I'm going to do my best to make that available to anybody who'd like to follow along or make their own version. And the program has the main lifts locked in, bench, squat, and deadlift, but it also gives me the option to switch out any exercise for a similar exercise. And those all come from a basic list that I've created. So it has from chest all the way to calves to plyometrics. So if I want to switch out a similar exercise, I can do that. And my lists are obviously based on what I have available in the home gym. But if someone else were to try and run a similar program, they could just add different exercises to the lists. So it's pretty easily customizable. I have several different templates like that I've used with clients a little bit, and I like the way that I have it set up. It's just very easy to adjust on a person-to-person basis. And we're into bench press now. It was 5 sets of 6 on this day, and that's obviously pretty high volume for bench press specifically. But overall, even on this specialization program that I'm basically running for bench press, the volume is not that high because I'm getting 5 sets of bench press twice every 8 days at this point in the training block. So that's 10 sets every 8 days, and then I'm getting roughly 6 sets on the accessory exercises. So about 16 sets for chest every 8 days. I wouldn't call that low volume, but I would just call that moderate. Just focusing specifically on bench press. So getting a lot of practice at that lift. And in the next bench press session, which is 5 sets of 3, you'll see that I actually adjusted my grip slightly, just to make it a little bit closer to an optimal powerlifting style. You'll see in these that my grip has generally been fairly close compared to most people who are focusing on powerlifting, and a wider grip seems to put my shoulders in a more consistent position throughout the reps. So I'm going to be switching that grip up just slightly, and you'll see that in the next video. And unfortunately, that grip change up does not really improve my bench press much. So still working with a bench press that is quite out of proportion with my squat and deadlift, but I'm working on it, obviously. So we'll see how it goes. And another small change that I decided to make after this training day was just to not superset bench press and pull-ups moving forward. Just need to save every bit of energy I have for my last day of 5 sets of 6, which will be next week. So just a simple change. It makes the training take just a little bit longer by not supersetting these, but not a huge deal. I end up supersetting pull-ups with the next chest accessory exercise, and then I'll do the last back exercise by itself. So again, only adds maybe 10 to 15 minutes to the training session. Pull-ups here with neutral grip. It was 4 sets of 8, and with neutral grip, I've actually consistently been able to complete 4 sets of 8. So on these days, I'm going to be moving up to 4 sets of 9 until I can comfortably complete that. But for regular pronated grip, I'm still struggling to complete 4 sets of 8, so I'll stick with that. But just recorded the 1 set. Not a great angle. Not a whole lot of places that you can set up a camera over here, but got you 1 set. And on these, I was doing these pretty close together, and I believe I got 10 on the first set, and then it was 8, and then it was 6 because I wasn't resting very long. So almost like a big drop set, but a little bit longer rest periods in between. And again, this is just an accessory to get some chest volume in throughout the week. I'm not super worried about rep numbers and progressing necessarily on these, as long as intensity is pretty high and I'm getting pretty close to failure. And you may notice also, I've just realized that recording this, that I'm wearing the same shorts as the previous training day. But hey, it's been kind of chilly out here. I'm not sweating a lot, so that's my justification for that. On to my favorite horizontal row that I can do in the garage. And I'm going to be adding 10 pounds to this next time. Simple change, simple progression, moving forward. So it was a simple 3 sets of 10 here, and then right after this, we'll move into the accessory day the following day. And it was kind of an abbreviated training session. I just did biceps, triceps, and calves. And you'll see a superset of biceps and triceps, just barbell biceps curls, and then overhead triceps extensions using the straps, and then standing calf raises. You'll see 1 set of each of the arms exercises, and then you'll see the full big drop set I did for calves. We just had a few things to do this day. I didn't have a whole lot of time. Had the little one out here with me, and she was a little antsy, so I was just kind of rushed. I threw in abs the following day with cardio and actually just didn't get to lateral delts on this particular 4-day training cycle, so that's okay. Not a big deal for me. Might add an extra set when I hit them next, but again, no big deal. And we're just singing together, I believe, there, as she is not watching the TV at all. So yeah, that's part of why this one was abbreviated. Just happens sometimes. Okay, into triceps, 3 sets of 8, and then I went into a set of push-ups. And for biceps, I did 3 sets of 10 on barbell curls, and then my drop set was a set of curls using those same suspension straps, just facing the other direction. So very simple day, but enough volume to keep any arm size that I have. And I had to take the little one inside with her mom after this, and that's part of the reason that I just did 1 big drop set of calves. It was so I could get done as quickly as possible and be in there to help with whatever was going on. I don't really know, but yeah, we're into calves here. Not a whole lot to say here. I did 1 warm-up set with just body weight, and then I did this big drop set, so you're seeing all of it, and the rest periods in between will just be sped up to double speed. Not the greatest lighting to show any separation or anything in the calves, but you get the idea. So I did 135, 90, and 45. So I'm just taking off a plate each time. And the next time I do this, I think I'm going to start with 180 and do the same style drop set. Just go from 180 to 135 to 90 pounds. I think that might be a little bit better. But this was a pretty good calf day. And I was actually sore in my calves after this because I'm not used to doing this kind of density. So I like this setup. But not a whole lot more to say about the calf training or any of the training for this 4-day period. So that's it for this episode of Dad Bod. As always, please like, share, and subscribe if you liked it, and don't if you didn't. I appreciate it.